I have a cold call that turned into a deal that made my first mentor over $100,000 that I would like to share with you guys.
Alex just takes this guy from a no straight into, turning it to $100,000+ deal.
This is one of those leads that I was able to save, one of those calls I was able to save that I remember it because it turned into a deal that my first mentor made over $100,000, and he didn't even want to buy the deal. I had to convince him, literally like beg him to buy the property, because as soon as I heard this guy's willing to take this price on this property, I knew the area, and I knew the area better than my mentor. So I had to like really convince him. But what I love about this call is it encompasses like what you hear when somebody actually has motivation. So many times you hear people talk about their scripts and what can I say. What you really are looking for is you're looking for someone with true motivation. And then you need to be good enough to ask that information that you need from them. Like I said, the condition, the price, the timeline, the decision makers. You need to be able to not mess that up. It's almost like you got to be in front of the right person at the right time and then not mess that up. And this is what you're about to hear right now. And another thing I want to share with you is that this homeowner was a tired landlord, and he had previously had a real estate license. This guy was not a stupid person. He was not completely in distress. What it was is he had a property with a lot of equity, some tenants that he was tired of managing, and then I called him at the right time and didn't mess it up and converted that into a deal that made my first mentor over $100,000. And guess how much I made on this deal? $2,500. $2,500. So if you guys are not ready to pay your dues, don't get in this game, because I was ready to pay my dues, and look where I'm at now.
Do you have a certain price in mind that you would consider or have thought about?
Yeah, I thought about $350.
$350?
Yep.
Okay. And what can you tell me as far as the interior? Because I can look into it, and that sounds might be reasonable.
Okay.
What could you tell me about the interior?
The house has 2 bedrooms and 2 other rooms on the other side of the house, which are not considered bedrooms because they don't have closets. What I'm planning on doing if the current renters move out is just add 2 closets and make it a 4-bedroom. There's also a large central room, which is, I guess they use as a living room, dining room area, and the kitchen and bath. That's it.
Okay, so you currently have it rented, though, right?
Yes, it is currently rented.
Got it. So 2 bedrooms. Okay.
2 bedrooms officially, yes.
Officially. I'm going to look into also the zoning of the property as well to see if there can be anything done with that. Do you know?
I'm pretty sure it's available for that. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's my plan. So if I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
I haven't taken out any permits on it, so I can't tell you for sure. So check it out yourself, and if you find out differently, let me know, because I'm planning on expanding it if I don't sell it.
Right, doing the addition and such. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, 2 closets, I figure, are a pretty simple addition.
Right, and what about the condition of the roof? How would you rate that?
I've owned the house for 6 years. There's never been a leak.
Okay, sounds good. And then one more thing, plumbing. Do you know if that's copper?
I don't know.
Okay. And one last thing then. So
honestly, I would doubt it.
Now, why would you want to sell? Is it just is it a good time to sell, or do you have a specific reason you might consider it?
You called me, so if I can turn it over, that's fine. If I can't, I'll continue renting it. I'm making a profit on it, so that's good for me too. Either way.
Right. Well, I'm just coming across some owners that will say, hey, my house worth $400. I'll give me $500. I'll sell it, but I mean that doesn't really make sense, for us. And so It has to be somewhat of a reasonable deal, because I can just look on MLS and just find any deal like that. You know what I mean? That's why we'd rather work with an owner directly and see if we could work out a win-win.
Sure.
This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and look at the area a little bit more. My office is in Burbank. I should be able to get back to you about it today and see if there's anything we can do. But $350, do you see yourself taking any less than that at all? I mean, there's no real estate commissions involved. This would be an all-cash offer.
Make me an offer.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, I'm going to look into it, and then I'll give you a call back. I appreciate your time, okay?
Okay.
I mean, there you go. You heard it right there, Alex. You took him all the way from not going to lowball me, are you, to like seriously giving you information and answering your questions, and even getting to the point where he said, "Hey, make me an offer, and I'll listen." So
Yeah, and
just incredible.
let me say a couple things. So the first thing is that you see how did I make that guy sell his house? Was he already interested when I called him? Right. And then also, like, even though he said 350, like right away when he said 350, I'm like, this is a deal. But I didn't get all excited. You didn't hear my voice and change at all. I was like, no, it sounds like that might work. So you got to have like that poker face. And yeah, man, I get hyped up every time I listen to that call because I just know like they're out there, guys. They're out there. I want to add one more thing about the motivation too. What happens sometimes when you're making cold calls too as well, guys, is that when you reach a homeowner, sometimes they are motivated to sell, but you might have to circle back around. Like that's why you see if you heard on the call, I was spending a lot of time going granularly, going real granular on the condition of the property. What about the roof? What about the plumbing? And at that time, I was typing in information on my computer to find the tax records to see when he owned it and look at the zoning. So you got to have to be doing both at once. I didn't do it here in front of you because it would have been a little bit too difficult, but you need to have like those tax records up potentially to have a better conversation. And then motivation sometimes is a very personal thing. Maybe they're selling because of a divorce or because they lost somebody and they don't want to talk about that to a complete stranger. So you might have to talk to them about the condition, talk to them about a couple.
Number one, were you ever nervous, Alex? And if so, how did you overcome that nervousness?
Absolutely. I think that's a great question because whenever you're doing something that is challenging, something that's pushing you to your limits, nobody loves cold calling. That's the bottom line. I don't know anybody that actually can say they love cold calling. Hopefully I'm wrong on this, but I got a lot of experience, and to this day, like I'm still even a little bit nervous today cold calling, and I've been doing it for probably 20 years now at this point. And so you just get better at dealing with that nervousness. You just get better and thicker skin after you have so many reps. And so even though if you might not be that type of person that's going to be on the phones cold calling, I think it's really valuable to develop that phone skills, because think about it. You might not be that person cold calling every day, but if you're an investor, you have to negotiate, you have to use phone skills. And so it's extremely important that you get good at talking to people over the phone, because we can't do everything in person, especially now with COVID and all the things that have changed in our world. Having excellent phone skills is a valuable skill. And but again, I still get nervous. I'm just better at dealing with that nervousness now. Time to make some calls. Let's go. Hello? Hello? Yes, hi, Albert? Albert, hey, this is Alex speaking. It's kind of random, but I'm working with someone that's looking to buy a property there in Palmdale. How open would you be to review an offer for that property there on Avenue Q?
Oh, it's not for sale.
It's not for sale? Well, I know it's kind of a shot in the dark, but I'm just kind of looking at an area. Do you have any other property you might consider selling in Palmdale?
No, not really.
Not really?
Just even for future remodeling.
Gotcha. Okay. Any neighbors talk about recently selling? It's a good time.
No, not that I know of.
No. Okay. Well, hey, Albert, thank you for taking the call. You have a great day. So you want to try to get everything you can out of the call, you guys. Sometimes it's just warming up, right? Talking to somebody that you were looking for. Hello? Yes, Arturo? Hi, Arturo?
Yeah, who's here?
Oh, hey, buddy. This is Alex speaking. It's kind of random, but I'm calling because I work with someone looking to buy a house there in Palmdale. How open would you be to review an offer for your property on Avenue Q6?
It's not for sale, bro.
Okay, no worries. Do you have any other property in the Antelope Valley? So we're kind of looking in that general area.
Nah, I don't. That's the only one I got.
Okay. Hey, thank you so much for taking the call. You have a great day.
How do I get better as a cold caller?
That's a great question, because you do want to get better. Your conversion ratio needs to improve. I remember when I first started calling for investment deals, I had to make a certain amount of calls to get a lead, certain amount of leads to get a deal. And then as I got better and better, that conversion ratio got better. So I was able to recognize motivation better. I was able to ask the questions better. I was able to articulate myself better. And that's because what I would do is I would make between like 4 and like 6 hours of cold calls every day. And then every day when I got home at night, I would listen to all the calls that were at least 1 minute or more, because typically you need about 45 seconds to a minute to deliver your intro and then, you know, talk to them and ask them, you know, if they're interested or not. And then everything after a minute, I definitely would listen to those calls. If I had like a 3-minute call, a 4-minute call. So what I have found is that your sweet spot really is having phone calls that are between about 3 to 4 minutes all the way to about max 10 minutes. Anything over 10 minutes, you're bound to say something that you shouldn't say, or you're bound to just kind of lose steam and lose momentum. You want to leave that call on a high. But then a minute, 2-minute call, usually you don't get enough information, like the motivation, the timeline, why, you know, the condition of the property, the decision makers, all these things that you need to know. It's kind of hard to get that and build a rapport in a minute or two. But you don't want to be on the phone for freaking I remember I had this one telemarketer that was working for me. She'd be on the phone for like 25 minutes sometimes, you know, and then I'd ask her, why did you spend 25 minutes? Oh, I was building rapport and all that. You guys, go on to the next call. Make sure you're not, you know, spending more than 10 minutes on a call. But yeah, every single night I would review those calls. I would listen to them, and you just got to be your own critic. I remember listening to some, I'm like, damn, I had this opportunity to ask this question and I didn't because I wasn't maybe listening enough. Or I said something that sounded really good and it hit well with the client or with the prospect, and I use that again because I listened to it. I'm like, it's like watching game film, you guys, that you'll see like what you did well, what you didn't do well, and then you can continue to get better by listening to yourself. But if you don't spend that time, you're not going to improve. And I remember I improved like within a couple of weeks. I was just getting better and better and better. And I got to a point where I didn't really need to listen to all the calls anymore. I would listen to maybe just a handful.
Hey, you've reached Amber. Leave me a message and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Hello, yes, Raúl.
Sí, es Raúl.
Hola, Raúl. Alex Camacho. Estoy llamando porque tengo un cliente que quiere comprar casa ahí en Palmdale. ¿Tiene interés de vender la propiedad ahí en Avenida Q6?
No, not really.
Not really.
Not really.
You didn't sound sure. Would you be open to reviewing an offer for that house?
La razón es que the reason is I mean, I owe only $74,000 on my house.
Okay, so you only owe $74,000?
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a lot of equity in the property, huh?
Yeah, I got a lot of equity.
Okay. Boy, if you were gonna move,
Later, let's just take money out of the house. But I want to do it with no price of the property. I just need to get some money out.
So you're looking to maybe take some cash out and buy other property?
I would like to, if anything, is to or sell the house and use all the equity towards the new house.
Oh, I see. Well, where would you buy the new house if you were to sell this one?
Right. Well, this one is in Palmdale. The other one probably could be on a west side of Lancaster, close to my work. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm looking to buy in the area, but we're a full service company. So if you're interested in actually just looking at the numbers and seeing how much equity you can get out of this property to buy the other one, I could definitely have my broker call you and give you a free evaluation of the property. But I'm looking to buy property. Does your property need work? Or is it in good condition, or what's the condition of the property?
It needs a little bit of work. That's the reason I wanted to get money out so I can fix it and then sell it.
Okay, well, I'm going to be in the area, sometime tomorrow. Do you have any time to show me the property tomorrow?
The reason we're leaving, my wife and I were leaving out of town tomorrow morning.
Oh, okay. Where are you guys going?
We're going to Atlanta, Georgia.
Where?
Atlanta.
Oh, all right. Family, or is it business, or what is?
Yeah, I'm just gonna visit some of my family in there.
Okay. When are you guys coming back? Maybe I could look at the property when you come back.
Probably 10 days.
10 days. Okay, look, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down your information here, and I'm gonna follow up with you when you get back from Atlanta, and then I'm really interested in checking out the property.
All right. Call me back.
Do you have an email address or anything that could, just in case I can't reach you again? Is this the best number? And then I'm gonna check back. I'm gonna call you back sometime in the next, like, a little bit after you get back, and then I could go ahead and take a look at the property and see what we could offer you.
Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Okay. Hey, Ro, enjoy your trip and be safe and healthy and happy there. Okay.
All right.
Take care.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Again, Alex, everybody in the chat right now is saying this is so good. This is money. So this is great stuff. Let's have you go ahead and dial back in.
That's an appointment, y'all. Let's go. You see, I haven't lost my touch, baby. Let's go.
There you go.
Back on this thing. Hold on. I need to get back on this. See, and then you want to stop calling because you're so happy about a lead, but you got the momentum. You got to get back.
Get that momentum going. Yep.
Go.
Let's get another appointment for us.
Let's go.
How may I help you?
Oh, hi. I don't know if I have the wrong number. I was looking for George Carrasco.
No, you got the wrong number.
Oh, okay. Is this a business? Hello?
Hello?
Hi there, Daryl?
Yeah?
Hey there, this is Alex. I'm kind of random. I'm calling because I'm working with someone looking to buy a house there in Lancaster. Well, how open would you be to review an offer for that property on Avenue L4?
How much what?
How open would you be to maybe review an offer for that property on Avenue L4? I work with someone looking to buy.
No, for that, it'd be 300 plus.
Okay, so you want
The
to...
property's worth more than the damn houses, and I ain't selling it. You looking to buy?
Yeah, I'm looking to buy right now. Well, I work with someone.
Edward Shermanian is asking you, how many deals have you acquired from cold calling?
That's a great question. Out of the 85 deals that I've worked on in the last 4 years, I did the numbers. Actually, today I did the numbers, and about 20% have come from cold calling. So I want to say between about 15 to like 17 of the deals came directly from a cold call.
That's amazing.
Hi, Venerando.
Hello?
Sí,
What?
is this Venerando?
You got a number, sir? Who's it?
This is Alex. I'm calling because I'm looking to buy property in South LA. Do you have any property you're looking to sell?
Oh, no, you get a number. I'm illegal, Lenny. That's all.
You're illegal. Okay, buddy, take care. Do you do rehab work, buddy?
What percentage of warm calls, like when we're making our cold calls or warm calls as we call them, what percentage of those actually lead down to a conversation?
Great question. And I always found it's been like 10-10, meaning like I talk to say I make 100 phone calls to people. 10%, I'm probably going to talk to about 10 people, that I actually want to talk to. I might talk to more people, but where I'm calling someone, I'm talking to the person I'm looking for, and then, I get them on the line. Usually going to talk about like 10 people out of that 100 people. Hello? Hi, Charles. Yeah, Charles?
Yeah, how can I help you?
Well, I don't need help. I'm calling because I'm looking for a client that's trying to buy property in LA. Do you have any interest to sell that property in 42nd?
Excuse me?
How open would you be to review an offer for that property on 42nd Street?
I don't own a property on 42nd Street. I own other properties, but nothing on 42nd Street.
Oh, my mistake, Charles. Do you have any property in LA you're looking to review an offer on, maybe potentially sell? Because we're interested in buying in South LA.
I'm sorry, you're speaking fast. What did you just say?
I said, you said that you had other property. Would you have any interest to review an offer on any one of those other properties, perhaps?
I'm not, well, unless you're going to offer me what I want, I'm not interested in selling to another investor. Because you're not going to lowball me on my property.
Well, every investor has a different, criteria on what they're looking for. So I mean, I'm not in the business of lowballing. I'm in the business of buying, property that makes sense for the seller, and makes sense for the buyer. But I'm not going to waste your time or waste mine either. I'm not going to overpay for a property either.
So I have a property in Stockton. Where are you calling from?
I'm in LA currently.
Okay, I have a property in San Joaquin County, which is in Northern California.
Okay.
And this property will be up for sale in the next 30 to 45 days once my last tenants move.
Okay, is it multifamily or what kind of property is it?
It's a single family home, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. The main house is I think 1,045 square feet, but it sits on 5,000 square feet of property. So it has an extremely large backyard.
Okay. I don't know the appetite. I don't know the appetite for the city there of what, for building like a second unit, to add some value there. I am doing that in LA, where you build the ADU, the accessory dwelling units, but I'm not too sure about that area. Is that something that's common right now, that they're promoting, or what's that look like? Do you know?
Well, it is what it is. I mean, is it common insofar as what is concerned? 3-in-1, 3-in-2. What's your question?
Yeah, no, I don't do, I'm not really, that's not my area, but I have other investors that I know that are, that invest in that area. So perhaps they might be interested. Do you want to give me the address and I'll look into it? And if we have any interest, we'll give you a call back.
Yeah.
But sometimes that happens with these calls. You just got to keep it moving. I know it post before, you got to be able to hear the word no and don't take it personal. And
yeah, if someone gives you a hard time and they're being a real, they're being really kind of aggressive like that, you just got to, do the same back and be aggressive with them. Or you just got to hang up and move on. Because if they're going to be, they're going to be rough and they're going to, be confrontational and hostile, then you're just better off. You don't need that energy. You need to stay positive. You need to stay, but you need to be able to also match people's energy as well, because I'm not going to back down either. Like, no, let's go.
Go, Alex.
Hi, Michaela.
Hello?
Hi, is this Mr. Montoya?
No, number.
No te oigo bien.
Número equivocado.
Oh, ok, pero ¿sabes qué, señor? Posiblemente me puedes ayudar. Tengo un cliente que quiere comprar casa en Los Ángeles. ¿Tienen una propiedad que están buscando vender ahorita?
No, ninguna.
Okay, gracias. I go by the philosophy that you could be the wrong number, but it could be the right person, right? So even if it's a wrong number, I still ask them if they have property they want to sell.
Guys, I just use flashcards. So these are mine. And me gustaría hablar con el dueño de la casa.
Oh, look at you, you're a beast. I love it.
¿Sabes quién es el dueño de la casa? So one of those is I'd like to talk to the owner of the house. The other is, do you know who is the owner of the house? And then once they go from there, I have a whole little set that I can follow right through. And, my girlfriend helped me make those. And that's how I practice. And I get better at my Spanish. I speak Spanish, but I don't speak home Spanish.
Hello? Oh, hi. I was looking for Robert.
I'm sorry, it's got the wrong number.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm looking for a property owner on 51st Street. Do you have any property in LA you're looking to sell? Because we're looking to buy property in the area.
No, I don't.
Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day. You guys see how my tonality changes kind of naturally? Like if I'm talking to somebody that's a little bit softer spoken, I'll be softer spoken. If they're a little aggressive, I can get aggressive. So you got to be able to be a chameleon on the phone as well. It's very important. The phone skills are so freaking important that however you can be on the phone a lot in this business, it's going to benefit you in some way. If you're not going to be cold calling, you still need to talk to wholesalers, or you still need to talk to cash buyers. If you're wholesaling, you still need to be able to do, call and negotiate, when you're talking to real estate agents, homeowners. I mean, you have to be on the phone in this business. So if you're not going to be the one, closing, then you need to find somebody that is going to be a great person over the phones, whether that's someone that's just an opener, a cold caller to open the deals up, and you're there, or someone like a Will for me, which he's like our closer. So he's, a stone cold closer over the phone. I trust him to talk to any lead because I know he won't mess it up. I'm having fun. That's another thing, you guys got to try to make it fun, because otherwise it's a grind. Like, you got to have fun with it.
Thank you for joining. Hopefully this
See you guys next week.
give you value each and every week. Stay
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys next week. All right. Stay safe out there.
See you guys next week. Stay safe.
All right.
I'll be out in Hawaii soon. Yeah, you guys, sometimes this is how it is. But sometimes when you get that one call, it makes everything worth it.